I'm Anthony Forrest, the president of Steel Cod, and I'm here with Jon Beresford, our VP of Sales, ready to discuss all things appliances. All right, Jon, this was a really interesting topic. This is steam washers, steam washing machines that have the steam cycle versus washers that do not have the steam cycle.
Mhm.
And this one's kind of a challenging thing in the showroom because it kind of, in a way, defies logic where it's already full of water. So what in the world is the steam doing? It's full of hot water and the water's sloshing around. So, not entirely clear what the steam does and how it's presented on the floor might be a little like, okay, it might be in a way that the customer says, okay, so what? Like, I don't know. I don't feel a need to pay more for this because it doesn't make any sense that it's really doing anything. So is this an unnecessary thing in dishwashers? Does it need to be confusing? Or is this something that really should be a separating factor in making a washer decision?
So it's funny, the example that you used is I know you didn't do a lot of floor selling, but every time you sold laundry and you talked about steam in a washing machine, that was literally every customer's answer. They say, "So what? Like, there's already water in it, who cares?" And that goes to the larger point is I think steam in washing machines just gets explained horribly. And I think that's really the real issue here, right? Steam in dryers is always going to make sense to customers, right? Pretty immediately too, because the outcome of that is very obvious, right? They can wrap their head around that pretty easily, right? Because the wrinkles are going to relax and clothes are going to refresh and odors are going to release and garments are going to look better. There's whatever version of those things that they know that they can glom onto a piece of that and it makes sense to them, right? Because in one way or the other, they can actually see the benefit. But steam and washers is a completely different scenario, right? Because the machine is already associated, like we were talking about, right? With water and soaking and saturation and cleaning and detergent, fabric movement, all these things. So when a salesperson says the washer has steam, the vast majority of customers are going to go out there and be like, well, why is there steam in water, right? What is steam doing that water already isn't doing? And it's an incredibly fair question that, probably a lot of salespeople, like we talked about at the top, probably don't have a great answer for, you know? And I don't blame the salespeople for this, honestly. I mean, if you look at all the literature that's out there in washing machines that do have steam, they don't do a great job in explaining really what it's for either, right? I don't think anybody really answers it cleanly. So instead, as a result, what happens is Steam became one of these kind of vague, like it's a premium feature, so it's automatically better. And just please believe me, because I don't want to go down the road of explaining what this means. So it's like this one has Steam, this one doesn't, so this one is nicer. And we're just like, is that good enough? Right. But that's not the explanation here, right? I mean, if anything, that's more feature inflation than anything else, which we hate here. So you know, I think that's why a lot of customers that are out there think steam washers sound kind of gimmicky, before they even really even bother hearing the explanation from it sometimes, because I don't think anybody has really gone to the lengths or the depths to properly kind of bridge the logic gap between those two things.
So let's kind of go through the aspects of how steam is treated in washers. And the first one you already mentioned a little bit is that steam kind of comes across as like this premium batch because we're getting steam in appliances. This range has steam. This wall oven has steam. The dryer has steam. It's not long before ventilation has steam. And it's more than that or
Yeah.
less than that, depending on the customer here. But that's the first trick of this that needs to be kind of rethought about.
Yeah, I think so. And look, we've talked about this with a lot of different things that are out there, but Steam is a great one to have this conversation for because this is where appliance sales can get themselves into trouble all the time. We see it happen all the time because vague features are always going to collapse pretty quickly. Always, right? I mean, the second the customer can't clearly connect a feature to something that they do in their regular life, it starts sounding like marketing, right? Why is it there, right? Steam washers are one of the biggest examples of that, at least when it comes to laundry. I think steam has a massive appreciation outside of washing machines. But here, I think that a lot of the sales conversation just says steam helps with cleaning. Ugh, okay. Well, how? Right? I mean, the how is the part that you need to really kind of clearly articulate. Customers trying to figure out what am I actually paying for here? And when nobody explains it, or they explain it by saying it helps clean better, well, then the feature starts sounding redundant to everything that's else that's in the washing machine. Especially because, again, machines are already full of water. And that becomes the psychological wall that steam washers are always going to run into if you don't explain it clearly, right? If the clothes are already soaked, how the heck is steam contributing to that whole thing? And we're all we just continue to this day, I still hear it to this day, that the industry, answers that way too vaguely.
So let's talk about the kind of the flip side of this is where someone might hear steam in the washer and might think that it's doing something more dramatic. And they're actively in their head picturing boiling water and moving into steam and completely changing the results of the wash. We also need to kind of temper expectations as well.
Yeah, I'm glad that you said that because this is the other side of that coin, and this is the part that I don't think a lot of people take in consideration, right? Is whenever you mention the word steam, we just talked about steam has this great reputation in pretty much every other appliance where it's included, right? It's almost elevated, right? It's an elevated feature in all these other categories. So there's a certain level of expectation the customer is going to fill in the blanks for themselves if you don't properly articulate what it's doing here, right? I mean, they're going to start saying things like deep sanitization and massive stain, destruction and, these types of things. And like it's somehow steam is like transforming laundry for them. And that's not really what steam in washers is doing most of the time. So you have to be careful with the other side of the conversation as well, right? Steam laundry is, really it's much more assistive is a proper way to say it than it is kind of revolutionary in any way in a washing machine, right? And that's really where you have to clearly articulate the distinction here because you can't let them run wild with their own narrative here, right? Steam is helping with penetration and loosening and fabric relaxing, right? I mean, certain odor situations it can have value, certain stain conditions it definitely has value, certain cycle enhancements that are out there, it adds value. It's helping create a more effective wash environment in very specific scenarios, and that's the part that we have to be clear on, right? It's not one of these now every load is gonna come out magically transform forever, right? That expectation gap that you're talking about, it can be a real problem here because now the feature just gets kinda judged against, like, this fantasy version or things that they've kind of collected in other categories that they just try to apply here. So, yeah, no, it's really important to call that out.
So one of my favorite things whenever we talk about on the podcast here is when it relates to qualifying, where the question is on this feature, if you properly qualify the customer, then you can figure out, is this a relevant feature for this customer? Because there are
Mhm.
customers where Steam completely makes sense for, and they should be looking for models with it. And there are customers where it's not going to matter at all.
Yeah, I think that's true. And let's be clear, right? Is because I don't want to dismiss steam in a washing machine. I think it's phenomenal, right? Steam is not fake, right? I mean, the problem is never going to be the feature itself. The problem is going to be the positioning behind it, right? Steam can actually absolutely matter for heavy odor situations and certain stain conditions and wrinkle management and all the things that we talked about. Allergy sensitive households, right? That's a big one. Certain fabric care situations, it's big. Like by fabric care, I mean like gym clothes or kids clothes or heavier laundry lifestyles, right? And some people genuinely love it. Hand raised. I love steam in a washing machine. Once you live with it and understand its true value, I think it's great. But steam isn't automatically better at the same time. And that's the line that I think is important to draw here. So the real conversation should be exactly what you're talking about is who actually benefits enough from steam to care about it long term, right? Because as we know, laundry behaves uh and varies massively between households, right? Because some customers are going to use steam all the time. Like my household uses steam in the washing machine all the time. Some others probably don't even notice that it's a cycle on their dial, right? And some might use it initially and then barely notice that it exists 6 months from now, right? And that's the part that the industry avoids talking about, I think, right? Steam is not universally transformative in any way. It becomes valuable and and highly dependent upon your lifestyle, your fabric types, your odor exposure, your laundry habits, your ownership behavior. That's how almost every appliance feature should really be sold, as we always talk about. You know, it's never going to be more features or this feature means that it's automatically better. It's how does this feature actually align with the way that you live? Because again, it's not for everybody, but it is for a good portion of people. I mean, that list of things that I talked about where Steam is valuable or could be valuable, that doesn't eliminate a whole heck of a lot of households out there, but it does eliminate some. So you have to be careful that you're not using it as this universal kind of cure all at the same time.
So let's talk about the sales on that. I think we've kind of clarified that there is it's a softer touch to selling steam
Mhm.
in a washer because steam in every other appliance is either visual or you can taste the difference. Like there is definitely something there quickly. You can be like, oh, steam in the dryer takes wrinkles out of clothes. Okay, great. I can see what's going on. Steam in the washer takes a little softer touch in terms of sales that a newer salesperson might struggle getting around this for the customer because it's almost more emotional than it is actually visible.
Yeah, no, I think so. I think that's a fair way to put it. If you relate that back to steam dryers, like we talked about there, like steam dryer outcomes are very tangible to your point, right? They see less ironing and fresher clothes and quick refresh and fewer re-washes, those types of things. You can see it. Steam washers, you're talking about cycle enhancement and fabric interaction and penetration assistance, right? And wash optimization. And that is at best much more abstract, at least emotionally for the customer. And abstract features can become very dangerous in appliances. We've talked about those before in other categories, right? Because the second a customer cannot quickly connect to that feature or the real life ownership value of it or anything like that, like we talked about before, it sounds like marketing or at least unnecessary. And that's why steam washers require far more explanation than a dryer does, or the steam ovens, like you're saying, where you can actually see a texture change or taste the difference in those two things or those types of things. So, yeah, I think this really boils down to more so than the feature itself. I know that we're putting it, but it really comes down to a communication failure, at the end of the day. And that's really important to call out here. Like we can in a lot of different things, but especially in this one.
Alright, so let's call that out because that's one of your favorite things to call out is when the industry puts something out into the world and misses the communication part of who is this for and who's gonna find this valuable and why did we do this in the first place besides just being able to add to the feature list. So let's kinda talk about the missed opportunity here for communicating something that could be truly impactful for customers.
Right. Yeah. And we're always big on, right? Just feature preference doesn't automatically create value. Right. And that's what the industry wants to try to convey and almost brainwash people into thinking, well, it has it, so it must be good. Right. And just don't ask any more questions. Right. But that's truly not the case. Customers need context always. They need relevance always. They need real world application always. They need clear ownership outcomes always, right? Otherwise, features just become abstract, like we were just talking about. And those abstract values collapse immediately, right? I mean, literally during the buying decision process. It's not even after the fact. It happens like that's when you get to the end and you can't close a sale because the customers are sitting there hemming and hawing saying, do I really need this? Is it worth the upgrade? Well, then you didn't clearly articulate all of those things that we just talked about, right? They start saying, "Well, I won't use this, or this might sound a little bit gimmicky, or I don't need extra features." That's the one you hear all the time when somebody's trying to justify a cost. They always say, "I don't need these extra features," right? And the reason why is because nobody translated that feature into a real world ownership relevance to those customers. And you need to do that because honestly, there may not be one. That customer may not be a candidate for steam in a washing machine, and that's great. I mean, but you have to be able to uncover that first. Steam washers may be one of the cleanest examples of that problem that we're talking about in the entire, I would say, appliance industry, but definitely in the laundry category as a whole. Steam and washers can absolutely improve the laundry experience for sure, but it's not magic, right? But it's also not fake, and it's not universally life-changing for every household either. Customers understand steam emotionally in these other categories instantly, and this one takes just a little bit of a longer conversation, right? And just, you have to ask a couple of more questions and qualify just a little bit deeper to see, um, it just requires a little bit of a deeper level of education, right? And I think that most of the industry is doing a pretty poor job giving that level of education right now. And again, I don't really blame the salespeople as much as I probably do the manufacturers that provide it, that don't really go into detail about who this could be potentially for or anything like that. Because steam washers do require some level of translation, right? You have to be able to say, okay, this is what the steam is doing specifically. This is when it matters because it's not all the time. And this is who would actually benefit from it, right? And if you don't do that, the feature is going to continue to sound like marketing instead of the value that it actually brings to the table.
We drop a new episode every day of the week, including weekends. Don't forget to rate and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.